In 单刀法选 the Long Saber manual, one of the most iconic movements, okay, and it's also right at the beginning of the manual, is that you will block like this and then you will step forward and cut down, or you will block and then you will swing upwards. But do you know that actually such movement were actually found prior to the publication of this Long Saber manual by the same author, Master Cheng, in his Shaolin Staff manual. So if you look at the forms closely, you'll see movements that are similar to this. Maybe that's why some people say that the Long Saber is a combination between the Japanese sword and Shaolin Staff techniques. So let's look at the first example. So the first example is that you start with 高视频, okay, which is you holding the staff pointed to the front in the middle position, but pointing higher to the person's face, okay, and then you're supposed to step forward, okay, make an upward swing, and then you're supposed to finish in this position. So if you think about it logically, how you transit from 高视频 pointing at the person's face, and then ending up in this position, and in the middle of the process you're going to swing upwards, right? The only possible or logical way to do it, right, that I can think of is that from 高视频 you up first, okay, so maybe this will shock him, he thinks that you're going to attack his head or something like that. So when you do this and after you have drawn a response from him, then that's your opportunity to swing, okay, and then you can end up in the shadow sword stance. Okay, let me do that again. So from 高视频 you raise up first, okay, then you swing, and then now you are in shadow sword stance. Okay, it doesn't make sense for you to from 高视频 itself without doing anything else, and then you just launch your upward swing. It's like almost anatomically impossible. So up first, then swing, okay, into shadow sword stance. So the second example in the form is that you have to go into flying yaksha first. 飞天插式. 飞天插式, it looks like this, okay, with your right leg forward, but left hand in front, so it's a twisted posture. Doesn't this look familiar to the Long Saber? Okay, so from here, swing upwards, and you get into shadow sword stance again. So let me do that again. So in the forms, from 飞天插式, okay, swing, and get into shadow sword stance. Okay, so you can see that even though maybe the footwork, there's some differences here and there, fine, but in terms of the hand movement, you can see that it's similar. So you can see how possibly Master Cheng took what he has learned in Shaolin Staff and transferred them to the Long Saber.